Hello, everybody. Today we're going to test fly the SEAREE Elite Light, and I wanted to bring the actual page up. I don't normally do this when I'm flying new airplanes or whatever, but I wanted to bring this up because it gives a little bit better description of me and just yakking about it. So it does have a 914 Rotex in it, and it says here with nearly 30 years of history, 800 aircraft sold worldwide, the SEAREE is one of the world's most popular LSA amphibians, light sport. There's the features of this particular aircraft. In 2015, over the course of 7 months, pilot Michael Smith flew around the world in a SEAREE, setting a record as the first person to fly a solo circumnavigation of the globe in a single-engine flying boat. Smith chronicled his journey in the book Voyage of the Southern Sun. Very interesting. There's a little bit of information there. If you want to freeze frame that, you can read that. But yeah, it's a very interesting airplane to fly. As we fly it, I'll talk about some of the good things and some of the bad things. So let's get on with the SEAREE Elite. So that's a close-up, just your typical boat hull, fuselage, retractable gear, which is a very unique system how that works. You'll see that. And there's working flaps. It's very cool. They are very functional in this aircraft, believe me. Steerable tail wheel. We'll go inside right quick and pull the canopy back. And then let you see that from the outside, really clear. Now, one of the things I don't like, and it's only just a few things that I don't like, I'll be honest with you, is the fact that the sound. It's the sound of the engine seems to be pretty accurate, but it's just that looping sound the whole time. It doesn't ever smooth out to a steady resonance. It's going to be doing that pitching motion in it. So it's a little annoying, I think. Um, After a while, when you're actually flying it, you kind of get used to it. So we'll taxi on out now. I don't want to go down that little dip right there, just because of the wing pods. A little cloudy here today. All right, we'll do a rolling start here. There's the tail wheel already. And I usually come off the throttle just a little bit. on takeoff. She'll get up into the yellow pretty quick. Alright, so let's take an outside view and we'll watch the gear come up. Pretty unique looking. And that's as far as they come up. They're out of the water. Of course they do get wet.
Approach
no
28 Lima Sierra is type 2 miles northeast of Tango Foxtrot Julie at 500 feet. Request flight following.
28 Lima Sierra approach. Squawk 3545.
Squawk 35458 Lima Sierra.
8 Lima Sierra radar contact 2 miles north of Tango Foxtrot Julie at 800 feet. Altimeter 30.00.
Roger 8 Lima Sierra.
So we're flying about 80 knots right now, and it flies fairly comfortably. You dip the nose down, and watch that airspeed, it comes up rapidly. So aerodynamic wise, yeah, she's clean, for sure. So we've got a working transponder. We got the EIS system which you can change around by pressing this switch. Get your different engine conditions, electric, CH2, there's your RPMs, oil temperature, and oil pressure, which I like to leave up on the screen while I'm flying. Now supposedly there is a heading hold and altitude hold on this little fake GPS thing here, but I'm not able to get it to function, and that's all it would do is lock heading, lock altitude, nothing more. But I can't seem to find a quick spot on here to make it happen, so I'm not really sure what that's all about. Maybe on PC it would work, but we're on an Xbox S, and so maybe that function doesn't work on the Xbox, I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up for a water landing. The water looks really good down there, I think. Big improvement on this last update, the way the water looks. Almost see depth in it. It's so clear. As you can see, the flaps that was the first notch of flaps, second notch of flaps. Big pitch changes, so be prepared for that. To push that nose down a little bit, or she'll really balloon on you. This is only the second time I've flown this plane since I got it the other day, but so I'm still getting used to it. So I'm not quite sure what this water landing's gonna look like or handle, but we'll see. I'll try to come in as slow as I can. Because like any other amphib, they will bounce like crazy on the water. You don't have it set up right. Alright, so we'll come around on final. A little hop, skip, and jumps there, but not bad. You can imagine if I had had any more airspeed than what I had, we'd still be bouncing down the water. And now maneuverability on the water. There's the left turn. See, she puts that pod down in the water pretty good. You can do some S-turns and should pretty much come to a stop on you. It's a very interesting plane. Trimming on it, if you don't have that heading hold, if you're not able to use that function, trimming on it's pretty sensitive. So on a very long trip, I'm sure it would kind of wear you out after a while. But if you have that function to heading and altitude hold, you can do some pretty good flying with this thing. As you saw with the statistics on this aircraft, it's got some pretty good range, it's got good airspeed, so it wouldn't be too bad. But as a sport airplane, I think it flies exactly the way it should. Well done by this company. I'm pretty sure there's another version of this that's the advanced version. Don't know the differences between the two, but I'm sure there's quite a bit of difference. But this is the Elite. Alright, so we'll maneuver over here between the two ships. Now I'm going to just use one notch of flaps. Ooh, Oh God, that's pretty rough. Something that would take you a little bit to get used to that right pitch control and
Approach 28 Lima
airspeed.
Sierra is type 1 miles northeast of Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet 200 feet. Request flight following.
28 Lima Sierra approach. Squawk 2006.
Squawk 20068 Lima Sierra.
8 Lima Sierra radar contact 2 miles northeast of Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet 600 feet. Altimeter 30.00.
Roger 8 Lima Sierra.
And it did transfer the plane over to 2024. I haven't flown it on 2024 yet, but I'm going to. I'm just curious to see how much different it is and what kind of, do you keep all the features when it moves over? Because some of the planes in 2020 they handle different, and they have some features that work good, some features don't work at all on 2024. So I'm anxious to see how this one does. All right, so we'll bring the gear down. A little faster than I would like, but we'll see what we can do here.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet, Delta 3058. Delta 3058 has the runway in sight. Delta 3058, you are 11 miles west of Juliana.
A little bouncy.
Maintain present
And
heading and altitude.
I'll tell you this too, the rudder
Contact Juliana Tower on 118.7.
is quite sensitive. It's going to take you a little bit of getting used to on the ground. I'll tell you that right now.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on
You do want to
118.7,
come in
Delta
as slow as
3058.
possible. I'll tell you that. She doesn't like a lot of airspeed on the approach. That was entirely too fast for a comfortable landing. As you can see, we bounced pretty good. And then once you get on terra firma, be ready to get on that rudder quick because she is sensitive. All right, there we go. We'll set the brakes. We'll bring the flaps up. And we'll go up in here and we'll kill the fuel. This is your flap recognition lever, as you can see. Pretty cool. It just resets on bolts up there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So there you go. There's the SEAREE Elite. It's not very expensive on the marketplace. So want to have some fun with a sport airplane, especially a flying boat, check this one out. I'll talk to you all later.